History is written by the winners, but what about the forgotten stories? Let's explore 5 revolts that shook empires and changed our world in surprising ways. First up, the Taiping Rebellion in China. Imagine a man who believes he's the younger brother of Jesus Christ. That was Hong Xiuquan. He promised a heavenly kingdom on earth, but what followed was a 14-year civil war against the Qing dynasty. His rebellion controlled huge parts of southern China and established a capital in Nanjing. Before it was crushed, this conflict became one of the deadliest in human history, claiming over 20 million lives. Next, we travel to colonial Kenya for the Mau Mau Uprising. From 1952 to 1960, the Kikuyu people rose up against British rule, fighting for the land and freedom that had been taken from them. Known as the Forest Rebellion, they used guerrilla tactics against a powerful empire. The British response was brutal, detaining over 1 million people in camps. Though suppressed, the uprising paved the way for Kenya's independence just a few years later. Let's head to France, 1831. The silk workers of Lyon, the Canuts, had a simple but powerful motto: live working or die fighting. They revolted against abysmal wages and working conditions, staging one of the first major worker uprisings of the Industrial Revolution. They took over the city twice before being put down by the army. Their fight for justice laid the groundwork for modern labor movements everywhere. Now to Peru in 1780. A man named José Gabriel Condorcanqui took the name of the last Inca ruler, Tupac Amaru Secud, and led a massive rebellion against Spanish colonial oppression. He united indigenous, mestizo, and even black Peruvians in a fight for freedom that spread like wildfire across the Andes. Though he was brutally executed, his legacy became a powerful symbol of resistance throughout Latin America. Finally, we return to China at the turn of the 20th century for the Boxer Rebellion. A secret society known as the Boxers believed they were immune to foreign bullets. They launched a fierce anti-foreign and anti-Christian uprising determined to drive out Western influence. An international army of 8 nations invaded to crush them. The rebellion failed, but it shattered old imperial China and forced the country onto the path of modernization. These stories of defiance, from heavenly kingdoms to silk workers' strikes, remind us that history is filled with brave people who fought against injustice, even when the odds were stacked against them. If you enjoyed these stories, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next adventure.